So what we've done today is gone back to the airport to get our rental car. This is our little fella that we're going to be driving around in on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car for the next 5 to 7 days, somewhere around there. All right, we are officially on the M1 heading to Belfast. Nate did so good coming out of the airport. It wasn't too tricky, no?
Not too bad.
All right, so we've got about an hour and a half. And I believe that we are going to be on this road the majority of the time. This is the slow lane. It's the fast lane in the US, but it's the slow lane here, and I think we're going to be spending a lot of time in this lane.
Welcome to Belfast. We are on day 5 of our 10-part series on our tour of Ireland and Northern Ireland.
And today we are at the Titanic Museum. Super excited about this one, but we are going to head in now because it is windy and it is rainy, and we will check in just a moment. Nate and I arrived early for our 1 p.m. time ticket to Titanic Belfast, so we decided to make the most of the extra time. We headed up to the 5th floor where we got to look at some historical dresses on display. And of course, we couldn't resist taking a picture on the iconic grand staircase. It's a great way to pass the time if you arrive early, giving you a chance to immerse yourself in the rich history before your tour even begins. We still had some time to spare, so we decided to do a walkthrough of the SS Nomadic. This ship was a tender to the Titanic, meaning it transported passengers from the dock to the larger ship when it was anchored out in deeper waters. You get to explore the Nomadic's elegant interiors, including the first class and second class areas, which were designed for Titanic's passengers. It's amazing to see how the ship's crew and passengers traveled in such style. If you're a Titanic enthusiast, this is a must-see. It gives you a whole new perspective on the history of the era. So we had been on our feet for a couple hours wandering through Belfast Titanic Quarter, and our feet were begging for a little rest. So we jumped onto the shipyard ride inside Titanic Belfast. This was a welcome, gentle break. It isn't a roller coaster, but more of a suspended dark ride that carries you through the heart of Titanic's origins. As the car glides along, you pass through a towering steel gantry with sounds of hammering, welding, and machinery all around. Projections and set pieces bring the shipyard to life, from massive iron plates to the scale of Titanic's enormous rudder. By the time you step off, your feet feel much more rested, and you're fully immersed in the story of how the world's most famous ship came to life.
If you look down below, you can see the outline of the ship starting right here is the bow, and then you see the lines going, that outline. This was where the Titanic actually was built. In this spot.
You said the last time you said this was
kind of an overlay of what's going on, and you can see where the ship was.
Being a Catholic, there are 3 priests on board, and I've been a confession, I've been a Holy Communion. I thought, well, God is good, He's going to take me into the state of grace. That was my feeling. All right, we just got done with the Titanic exhibit. That is a huge, huge place. A lot of information. Had a great time. Spent a lot of time there. My favorite part was overlooking to see the shipyard where Titanic was actually built, right alongside its sister ship, Olympic.
Yep. I liked that part too. You do need 2 to 3 hours
Easily.
if you're going to come here.
Or more.
I liked that part too. There was a platform that you stood on, and then they showed a movie almost, like that showed from the bottom of the boat, and then you kind of lifted up all the way to the very top of the boat.
Through the floors, yeah.
Yep, and it was really cool because it the screen like wrapped around you, and it felt like you were there. In fact, I was getting a little bit of motion sickness, which is not a surprise with me, but that was cool. And then at the very end, you look through the floor and you can see the actual Titanic on the floor of the ocean.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool too. So now we are heading about an hour north of here to the Dark Hedges. We are not Game of Thrones people.
No.
But it's just a cool place to go. So we're going to check it out. Probably won't be there very long because my feet like hurt bad.
Yeah, mine too.
So we have to figure out how to get this car from kilometers
into miles
per hour.
Since that changes from Ireland to Northern Ireland.
Yes. We are now officially in the United Kingdom. So we will check back in once we hit the Dark Hedges. All right. Day 1 driving. We're on our first smaller road with really no shoulder. Nate, how are you feeling?
Well, a couple miles in here, it's different. And just trying to maintain having the line on the right side and not the left side is way different than being back home. All in all, we're okay.
The speed limit's a little fast, in our opinion. 60 miles an hour for a road like this. Aye.
Yeah, I'm only doing 40.
It's fast enough for me. There's nobody behind us.
Here we are. We made it to the Dark Hedges. The Stewart family planted 150 beech trees in 1775.
Right. And they did it. I have rain landing on my head. They did it for like a dramatic entrance into their mansion.
Yeah,
I believe it's called the Grace Hill House.
I believe that's what it's called.
Yes. And we are just going to walk down this path and check it out.
All right, let's go.
So also a lot of the beech trees that they planted, they were destroyed in a storm. I can't remember what year, but then they took those trees that had fallen and they made doors out of them. And you can find those in different places in Northern Ireland. And I'm wondering if we're going to bump into one possibly when we're at our next stop.
This is the Stewart family estate.
Locals say a ghostly figure known as the Grey Lady drifts silently beneath these twisted trees, vanishing at the last hedge. Some say she's a lost spirit from an old, forgotten graveyard. And there's a little pantry here that you can get a quick bite and a coffee if you choose.
can see there's barbed wire embedded in this tree, like they put it around it when it was young and then it just grew into it as it got older. It's crazy.
Okay, just kidding when I said earlier that we were on a narrow road. This is a narrow road. It says the speed limit is 60 miles an hour on this road. And we are going 30 miles an hour. So half of what we should be going. And this is a 2-lane road, mind you. So we're just hoping that we don't see an oncoming car.
This road seems to be getting smaller as we go.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, Nate and I are loving our Airbnb in Busmills, Northern Ireland. This place is so awesome. We're actually just gonna spend the evening here doing laundry, watching television, and relaxing. So you come in the front door and there's steps to the upstairs, which we'll go to in just a minute. But just off to the right is this cute little living room. We each have our own sofa, which is pretty cool. We're drinking Pepsi. And then we've got a cute fireplace. We are watching YouTube. And then heading out to the kitchen. Where are you, Nate?
I'm hiding.
So we have a kitchen and we kind of made a mess of it already, but we just kind of got in here and started dumping laundry and all that stuff. So kitchen, we as you can see, we're doing laundry, which is great because we didn't have to pack as many suitcases. And then there's a dryer out here, which we're trying to figure out, but we think we figured it out. This couple left us pancakes. There's also, which we put in the fridge, there's eggs. There was milk. There was orange juice. There's these buttermilk somethings. We're not sure, but we'll try them.
Soda Ferris is what it's called.
Bruschetta chips. Yum. Full on kitchen. That's the refrigerator right here. Right here. That's the fridge. And then out back, which I don't know if we'll use it, but there's a nice patio with a grill that you can use. I don't know that we'll have time to grill. That's okay though. And then if we go back out this way, there is a little half bath right here. And up the stairs, we've got all the shades drawn already this evening. But up the stairs, there are 3 bedrooms. Oh, this is like heaven. I mean, we're not going to sleep in all 3 of them, but there's a full bath here with a bathtub and a shower. Another one of these electric showers. We're gonna have to try to figure that out. And then in the master bedroom, again, we kind of have made a mess already, but we have our bed, which is super comfortable. There's another bathroom with a toilet, sink, and shower in here. And then we've got this bedroom with 2 twins. Super cute, but we won't use. And then there's another bedroom with, I would call this a double. And so that's super cute. And the neighborhood, love it. Let's see if we can peek out here. Got our car sitting there, so we have a driveway to park our car in. Anyway, that's just a quick tour. We're gonna go sit and watch some TV now. Good evening. I am actually signing off tonight alone because my husband is sleeping in the other room. So we had a great day today, starting at Titanic and then moving to the Dark Hedges. Probably going to hit the pillow early again tonight because we have a long day in Northern Ireland tomorrow. So if you liked this video and want to give us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week. We release a new video every Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.